Hey folks, welcome back to the channel and our Gunsmith series. This time it's going to be part 3, and while this one's pretty easy part-wise, there's quite a few things to remember to save you a ton of money so you don't break the bank building this. So let's get into the video and save you some cash. Okay, so here's Gunsmith part 3. It's an MP5. You have to have a 50 rounder in it. It has to be silenced. It needs to be under 4 kilograms or go over 45, sighting over 200. Most of these aren't a problem. The build itself handles that. There's no special parts, but getting the build itself is the tricky part. The first build I'm going to do is just going to be off of this MP5 SD, this base one that you can buy in a couple places. We'll go over that, but I'll put chapters down below to talk about a couple other ways, because you can hand build one of these from scratch, and there's a couple of barters and stuff. So first up, getting the MP5 SD. You can just straight buy it from Peacekeeper, loyalty level 2. It costs a little bit of money, 440 USD, which is expensive, but not that bad. You can also get these in raids sometimes from a couple of different scav bosses and things like that, which will work. Again, just make sure you repair it so it's over 60 durability and there is no ammo in the chamber or in the mag. Now, there is also a barter on loyalty level 2 mechanic right here, but it is kind of expensive. Early wipe. Later wipe, this might make more sense. You just kind of have to check the prices. It's 1 Nixer, 1 magnet, 1 cyclone. Now, right now Nixers are running like 80k, 85k, 90k. It's cheaper just to buy the MP5 SD from Peacekeeper. But once those get cheaper, cyclones are only around like 50k, and magnets are down into like that 18k. It might make more sense to just barter, but I'll leave that up to you on how you want to do it, if you want to spend the dollars or not. Now, there's a couple of real simple parts that you need to get for this. The first of which is a attachment for the lasers. It goes right on to the suppressor. It's right here. It's this HK MP5 SD B&T trial ring mount. Now, this is on level 2 Peacekeeper, so if you have a level 1, you're going to have to buy it off of the flea market, which can be very, very expensive. So I suggest just waiting until you get to a higher level to do it, or you have this barter on mechanic. Problem is, this is on mechanic loyalty level 2, and it's easier to get, at least in my opinion, Peacekeeper to 2 than it is to make mechanic to 2, because it's 20 versus different levels. But it's here. It is a manual and an AA battery. It's not that expensive. It will be cheaper than buying it off the flea market if you don't, for some reason, have mechanic Peacekeeper 2, but you do have mechanic 2. But we're just going to buy it real quick, just so we have it, so we can go through this build. So that's the first part that is really important that you need, is that ring mount. The next one is going to be the 50 round mag. Now, I just happen to have one here. I think I got it out of raid, or I don't remember how I have it. I have it. The easiest way to get it, obviously, is on mechanic loyalty level 2. I'm sorry, Peacekeeper loyalty level 2. I keep mixing those up. I apologize. And it is a fuel conditioner. That will be again, one of the earlier barters you can get. These run anywhere from like 40k up to about 80k, depending on when in the wipe and the time of the day you buy them. But it is your best access to it if you don't find it in raid. Otherwise, mechanic loyalty level 2, another great barter, has it here as well, much cheaper. It is a 3 wires. Now, you can craft these or you can buy them, and it's going to run you anywhere from 30k later in wipe to as high as 60k if you're buying them right now, or you're spending 20k on your wires. But again, another barter there that is available for the same mag. And then after that, all you need is a laser device, which I just have a blue laser sitting here, which works just fine. And this is all the build takes. You literally put the mag in, you put the laser device on the mount, and the mount goes right on the suppressor. And that's it. That's Gunsmith Part 3 complete. Now, there is an alternate way to put the MP5 together, and I will show you that here really quickly. We're going to start off with just a basic MP5, one that you have when you start if you're USEC, or you'll find around the map. They are pretty common. I'm going to buy one here just to show you guys how the process goes. So $266 buys you an MP5. I'm going to drag it down here, and then we're going to get the parts you need, which you can buy off Peacekeeper, or find them in raid, or sometimes get them on the flea market for cheaper, but not usually. The first one you're going to need is obviously the suppressor, the MP5 SD suppressor. That's $228 here. Again, pretty expensive, but if you go look on the flea, you're talking 30, 40k anyways. So we'll buy that. The next one is going to be the MP5 SD handguard. Again, you're going to see these pretty commonly out there, but again, for expensive. So we'll just buy that. And then the last piece is the MP5 SD upper. So let me find that on here real quick. It's this one right here. Make sure you're not buying the MP5 upper, but you're buying the MP5 SD upper. Again, another part that being kind of expensive on the flea. So if you find it, they're good to sell, but $67 from Peacekeeper. So with these 3 parts, you can essentially finish the MP5 SD. I'm going to take everything apart right here, and all the stuff that's not important, essentially, and take it off of the MP5 itself. The upper, the magazine, you can leave the charging handle on there, but that's all you're left with. You put on the suppressor onto there. You can put that all onto the MP5 SD upper. That clips onto there. Put on the stock, and there you go. You have your MP5 SD. So if you drag over, the big difference is the stock. Obviously, as you can see, the stock is different, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter on the final stats. It still works. All you need is the 50 rounder, and then the suppressor mount with the laser, and you are good. That is an alternate way to build it. It's a little bit more expensive, but if you find those parts just in Raid or something like that, it gets you part of the way there and can be cheaper to do it. So I wanted to show that to you guys just in case you wanted it. Now, again, when you fix it, you get a couple of Trihawks and Magpil RFG foregrips, which I would suggest hanging onto those because those can be useful in later gunsmiths if you want, or just sell them. And then it unlocks that Glock 17 TAC HC pistol to purchase. Or actually, that is a barter, I believe. Either way, it unlocks it. And then you go on to Gunsmith Part 4, which we will do a video for that. Keep in mind, Gunsmith Part 4 has got a bunch of stuff, so go check that video out once I have it done, because there's some important stuff with some bugginess with it that BSG, I don't know when they're going to fix, but it's really important to watch because it's going to save you a ton of money. But we'll wrap the video up there. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you see all the Gunsmith videos and everything else we do around here. I wish you the best of luck in your raids, and we'll see you in Tarkov.